Hi, it's Roni, and I am going to have a process video to share, but I'm going to say this first. I got Happy Mail, I got a rack, and I don't know who it's from. No return address. The first thing I looked for was a card, even a sticky note. Did not find nothing. I looked several times, thinking, okay, maybe I overlooked it. Well, three is what I looked. Anyway, come in this priority box, and it's die cuts. Look at those awesome die cuts. Yeah, some were in here and some were in a baggie, and there's plenty. Oh my goodness. I do know a few things about the person who sent it. One, they're generous. They sent me all these die cuts. Two, they were generous with their time, because I know it takes time to cut these out. And three, they know me because they know I like die cuts. And they know my address. So, whoever you are, thank you very, very much for my rack. I mean, I love it. It made my day. I mean, seriously, it did. And there is so much here. Not only for my scrapbook pages, but for my cards. And there's frames in here. I mean, the first thing I thought was, when I seen the frames, oh my gosh, my cards aren't going to look the same. Because I use the same stuff over and over, and everybody gets the same cards every year, you know, only I try to change it out. Try to remember what I gave them the year before and not give them the same thing. So when I get something to go on cards, I think, oh my goodness, I get to do something different. So yeah, I was tickled for everything in here. And these are the smaller ones. I put them in this basket, but I mean, there's plenty. And these are just so cute. It's got the moon and stars, and then there's down below there's like a shooting star. Oh, that'll be so cute on a scrapbook page. And they're glitter. Yeah, they're gorgeous. And let me set this to the side. And these are the black ones, and I mean, aren't they adorable? I have one similar to this. It's bigger than this, but it's got this and similar, but it don't have all this extra goodness on there. And I love geometric shapes, and this is just so adorable. I mean, steampunk, you know, is so cute, but you can use it on boy pages for sure. And look at this. Oh, and of course, I totally love that. The honeycomb. Oh, everything in here, just awesome. Let me put it to the side. And this one's, well, I think I got a couple of white and a couple of black. But all of these, and oh, they're just so cute. And more of this. These things like this are definitely going to go on my pages. And angels, like I said, stuff for cards and scrapbook pages. And then these, and like this is like a double doily thing. Oh, it's just so cute. And them, I mean, just all kinds of stuff to use. And see these frames? Like this would look so good on a card. And this too. Oh, all of these. I mean, I did think about using them on scrapbook pages too, which I could end up doing. But you don't know how I struggle sometimes to try and make my cards different without buying more, because, you know, my first priority is buying for scrapbooking. And there's more of this, and they know I do girl pages. That's another thing I know about. They know I know I know that they know I love them. And this one, isn't it absolutely gorgeous? Oh my goodness, you don't even want to cover it up. But, you know, I'm sure I will cover a part up or cut it in half and slide it under the edge of a picture. That's probably what will happen, because I do that a lot. But there's more. I mean, so pretty, so pretty. And hearts, and then angels, more than one. And here's that shooting star I told you about. Is so pretty. And angel wings. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. All right. Anyway, I am going to try to figure out a way to use them. But thank you again. Love, love, love it. And I'm going to get on with the layout. So I am going to scrap those 3 pictures right there. And I'm going to use 3 doilies with them. One for each picture. And I'm showing the other stuff that is in my kit that I was planning on using. And I am going to use the vellum and odds and ends. I'm going to use quite a bit on this page actually. But no paper. Yeah. I'm going to use those doilies instead. I laid them where they were going to the right and down, and then I seen one picture was looking out away from the layout, so I wanted her to be looking into the layout, so I'm going to turn around and put them the other direction instead of the one that it's in right now. And I like that a lot better. I even like the way the center one ends up. And I have 2/3 of the doilies showing, so it is over half, so I'm not going to be cutting them. And before I glue them down, I'm going to use the ink pads and the Stampin' Up! Inks. And the lighter one that I'm going to use first is called Pretty in Pink, and then the darker one is called Positively Pink, and I'm going to use it for stenciling. But I am just going to rub around there so that it just highlights the area that I'm going to be doing my clusters in, and I am going to have clusters around each one of the pictures, and then 2 more. I'm going to have 5 clusters on this layout. Yeah, I got a little bit carried away. I'm getting my punch because I want to put some hearts on the layout too, and I'm going to put them where they'll be featured in each one of those clusters with the picture, and another one down in the corner. And then later I'm going to decide I need one in the left hand corner, so I end up with 5 clusters over that whole thing. I was just really enjoying and getting into making this layout the whole time I was working with it. And I'm going to glue this down, but I am not going to glue it completely against the white cardstock because I want some of it to kind of stick up a little bit and not look like it's completely glued down. And I do have vellum behind the pictures, pink vellum, and so my layout starts out monochromatic, and I do notice it after a little while, so I start adding some other colors. But yeah, I was really liking the pink and going with it at first, and I do like a monochromatic layout, but I decided I didn't want this one to be monochromatic. And did you notice the first picture I didn't use my T-square ruler? Yeah, I went rogue. It looked really straight. See, it does look really straight still. And I thought, I think I can go without it. But then I did the middle one, and I thought, oh, this is the middle one. I got to use it. So I did. And I will use it on that one, too, because it's already laying there, and I might as well make sure it is straight. I am going to now, I think, look at the ephemera, and I'm going to pick out something from there to use, and that one there I don't use. I think it's like a girl or something like that's what it says on there. But I end up finding one that says these are the days of your life. And when I seen that, I thought, yeah, she may be only 2, but she's got it pretty good. She's got there are 6 kids, and she's the youngest, and so they all baby her and take care of her and are always doing things for her. And you know how it is when you're the baby of the family. Yeah, that's how it is with her. So she gets a lot of attention. And like her bigger sister taking all 3 of those pictures and sending them to me so I could scrapbook them. Yeah. She didn't send me none of her. Her sister did, the other twin, but she didn't send me none of herself. And those are the acrylic hearts from Ellie's Studio, and it's like a circle with a heart and another heart punched out of it. And I'm going to use both of them on the layout. And then I'm going to use those buttons there, and I'm going to put crochet thread in them. And I'm just going to go through the holes and tie it in a knot in the back and cut it off and have some little strings hanging. I like it like that. Kind of reminds me of quilts we did when I was a kid. And my mom had what was called tatting on the quilt. And we'd tie knots and have those little strings hanging out. She didn't have a machine quilter, and she didn't do no fancy quilts, but she did make, instead of throwing scraps away or donating them, she made quilts. And I punched out that scallop circle, and I put a pair of sunglasses with that, and those are going to be down in that cluster. And it's going to that's when I noticed that everything's monochromatic, and I decided to start adding a little bit of teal here and there. And I'm also going to add some yellow. but it starts out adding just a little bit of teal. But I know I'm going to use those sequins, so I did add a tiny bit of yellow along the way. And those are Zots, and they're sticky dots. They're really small ones, and I'm going to use them to attach the acrylic pieces. I punched out a vellum heart, and I'm going to put the lips on there, and then I'm also going to find something on the sticker sheet and put there too, and it's the phrase "so cool." But yeah, I put the buttons around there, and I guess I finally decided I was going to glue that down. But of course, first I got to add some ink to it, so I'll have a little bit of blush of pink in the background on that too. And I'm putting the title up on foam dots so it'll stand up, and then I'm going to put the sunglasses flush on the page on top of the vellum. And I am going to add some more teal to it too. Yeah. I have to have a little bit more teal, and I'm going to add some yellow. Yeah, with that title being so many different colors, I decided I needed more colors in here. And of course I love pink and teal together, but that's the reason I'm adding the yellow is because of my title. Not that there's that much yellow in the title, but there is some. It's either that or purple. And purple's not exactly my favorite color. I do like yellow on a page though. And there's my scrap, and I am going to make my teal hearts out of it. And I am going to end up punching it twice. You know, once is nice, twice is better. Yeah, so I'm going to have twice as many hearts by punching it twice. And I'm going to glue them down on the clusters around the page. And yeah, I'm gonna put like 3 in each of the clusters or something, I think is what I end up doing, and maybe a couple of more. And there's the sequins, and I thought I was gonna put them on, and then I thought, no, I gotta add some other yellow besides that. So this is my one other piece of yellow that's gonna go on the page, and I did start to put the fun in pink on there. But I decided to go ahead and put it in the yellow so it'll show up a little better there, and bring home some more yellow to my layout. And I was looking in my ephemera thing, and I didn't see nothing, but I will be taking one thing out of there, and it's going to be a banner that says, yes. At least I guess that's how you pronounce it. And that sticker right there says, so cool. And I'm going to add, I think, 2 more stickers. And yeah, that's a heart on a stick, and the handle is teal, so I'm adding pink and teal both up there at the same time. And that is a speech bubble, and I'm actually going to leave it as a speech bubble. That's rare. I usually cover up the end of that, but not this time. And then I have the banner down there on the right hand side, the one I already told you about, because I was apparently looking at the layout and not paying attention to the video. And I'm scattering my pocket full of posies from Spiegel Mom Scraps around the layout, and I'm trying to dig out some of the pink. It's kind of a dark pink that goes with the darker pink in the layout, so I wanted to make sure I got some of that on there. And the rest is the yellow and a little pink, light pink flower. And I'm just going to use liquid glue to put it on, and it's the Art Institute glitter glue. Boy, sometimes you can get kind of tongue-tied on some of these words. And I'm looking at this one more time to see if there's anything else I can pull from there to use on my layout and put up in the upper left-hand corner, because I decided I had all the corners covered so I might as well use something and cover it up too. And I do pull 2 things off of there and use them. The that one there that I'm cutting out of the teal is Girls Rule, and the reason I ended up picking it was because the title down there is in multicolored letters, and that is too, so I wanted them to match. And I cut half of a scallop circle out, since part of it's going to hang off, and I am fussy cutting the glasses because since it's going to go over the top of the pink, I didn't want the white to show.
And I don't mind the white showing if I'm laying it down on white, but if not, I like to go ahead and fussy cut it. And it don't take long for something that small to be fussy cut. And I am going to put it down flat, and then I'm going to put the girl's rule up on foam tape. And then I'm going to decide that I need some sequins there and some blush for the background. So I will decide the blush last. And so trying to go ahead and put that ink on there after I have everything else down is a little difficult, and I do kind of destroy one of the ears on the glasses, but I fixed it. Yeah, I just took a marker and the part that looked white, because I got to the core of the ears of the glasses. I thought, oh well, it worked, and you can't not even tell it afterwards. See, there's where I'm putting it in, and then I'm putting a little up there, and see, I'm laying that back down because I've brought it up and I noticed the white, and so I'm going to take a marker and just put just a little spot on there, and it's covered. And one more sequence, because when I went to pick that up, one went sliding, and it was the only one that wasn't glued down. But that's my layout. I am done with that. And I use the goodies I received in the mail. And I think I really enjoyed making this because I had so much fun making my clusters on this. And, but yeah, if you look down below, there'll be links to everybody else that are sharing their kits this month. And these are the close-ups. They are kind of going fast. I don't know what's up with that. But if you leave a comment, I'll be sure to reply. If you like the video, I'd love it if you hit a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. But thank you all so very much for watching. I appreciate it. And have a happy Scrappy week. Bye.